Joumana Kayrouz. You've seen her images on giant billboards across the metro. Joumana Kayrouz. You've seen her images on buses across the city. Now get to know Joumana Kayrouz.
The war broke out in my home country, Lebanon. I was 11 years old and I saw a lot of bloodshed and inequality and poverty. You can't grow up in an environment like that and not be affected by it and not want to make a difference. I graduated from Yale University with a master's in ethics. I speak 4 languages. It has always been innate in me fighting for the underdog and trying to do whatever it is I can to make a difference in the world.
Let Joumana Kayrouz protect your rights. Call the law offices of Joumana Kayrouz at 1-866-YOUR-RIGHTS, extension 100, or visit yourrights.com.
برنامج يور رايتس مع المحامية جومانا كيروز المختصة في قضايا حوادث السيارات مع نخبة من المحامين في اختصاصات عدة منها الطلاق والهجرة والإفلاس يأتيكم الآن على الهواء مباشرة. أسعد الله أوقاتكم بالخير. أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من برنامج يور رايتس مع المحامية جومانا كيروز. مكاتب المحامية جومانا كيروز تستقبل قضاياكم المتعلقة بالبيرسونال انجري ومن ضمنها قضايا حوادث السيارات، قضايا الهجرة والتجنس، قضايا الإفلاس، قضايا الكريمنال لو، فاميلي لو، وقضايا ضمان اجتماعي وإصابات العمل. 248-557-3645 الاستشارات مجانية. 248-557-3645. وحلقات برنامج يور رايتس يعاد بثها مرة أخرى على الموقع الإلكتروني yourrights.com/radio وعلى اليوتيوب. كل ما عليكم والبحث عن قناة جومانا كيروز. للمشاركة في البرنامج وحلقة اليوم مخصصة عن الإفلاس. أرقام الهواتف في الاستوديو 313-769-6666 519-256-123. تحياتنا لكم. جومانا أهلا وسهلا فيك في سينا.
صباح الخير رامي، صباح الخير لكل المستمعين، صباح الخير لضيفنا لليوم. حلقة ثابتة كل نهار ثلاثة عن موضوع الإفلاس للمحامي مايكل بينكستي.
Hello Michael.
Happy Tuesday, Rami. Happy Tuesday, Joumana.
And to you as well, Michael. مثل العادة بنبلش بنذكر انه نحن صرنا كل يوم على الساعة 1 بعد الظهر. 2 3 4 5 جمعة. 2 هو الهجرة، 3 هو الإفلاس، نهار الأربعاء بكرة الإصابات الشخصية، نهار الخميس الضمان الاجتماعي والإصابات ضمن العمل. بعرف ما عم نحكي كتير عن إصابات ضمن العمل، هذا من اختصاصات المحامي مايكل روث وبيقدر ينسأل هذا السؤال أو ينطرح at any time. حكينا يمكن بس 2 أو 3 بالسابق. كل نهار جمعة criminal law و family law. بكرة الإصابات الشخصية رامي رح يكون شوي هيك فيك تعتبره إصابات شخصية، لأنه إن كان السموكينج هوكا عم بتسبب أو ممكن تسبب أو رح تسبب إصابات شخصية. الفيبينج اللي هي بديل للسيجارة كمان صار في كلاس اكشن على هذا الموضوع. فبكرة إذا بتسمح رح نحكي عن 3 أشياء. رح نحكي عن التكستينج اند درايفنج لانه ما حكينا عنه بطريقه كتير مفصله الاسبوع الماضي. رح نحكي عن ديستراكتد درايفنج اللي هي من الاورديننسز اللي موجوده ببعض المدن وكيف هي صارمه اكثر من قانون التكستينج اند درايفنج. ورح نحكي عن ننتقل من هذا الموضوع ونتكلم عن الدراسة اللي طلعت من كاليفورنيا من جامعة كتير محترمة ومشهورة University of Southern California Irvine، اللي عطت دراسة عن سموكا هوكينج. بعرف انه في كتير اشخاص بالجالية العربية والكلدانية حضرتك
ولا ضيقة بحياتي
وانا زيت الشيء بحياتي مش مدخنه وبحياتي مش عامله هوكا ولا بيهمني ولا بيعني لي الامر، بس يمكن انا وياك من النادرين بالجاليه العربيه. خلينا نحكي عن شو الدراسات عم بتفرجي عن تدخين الهوكا لحتى كل انسان يعرف شو عم يعمل ويعرف شو عم يستخدم ويعرف شو عم بيحط جسديا بقلبه، لانه هيدي كمان هي إصابات شخصية رح تكون عاجلا أو آجلا. بناء على الدراسة رح يصير في إصابات. نرجع ننتقل منها للبديل للسيجارة اللي هي الفيبينج وكيف نغشوا المستهلكين بموضوع الفيبينج، كيف في إصابات عديدة بكل الولايات المتحدة، long injuries long burns. نحكي عن الليتيجيشن، الدعاوى اللي قايمة ضد الفيبينج كومبانيز وشو بيصير فيهم. بإذن الله هيدا هو الموضوع رح يكون بكرة. ما بعرف إذا بعثت لك الارتيكل عن السموكينج هوكا، ما هيك بعثت لك اياه. if that's okay, if you can read it a little bit, هيك بنبحثه أنا وياك
إن شاء
بكرة
الله.
كل يوم.
إن شاء الله.
بكرة إن الله راد.
إن شاء الله.
Okay. Hello, Attorney Michael Bankstein. How are you doing?
Wonderful, Joumana. How are you doing today?
I know one of our clients gifted you a hookah, a little hookah.
They did, and it was. This is not medical advice, but it was wonderful.
Well, it's wonderful, right? Well, tomorrow we're going to be talking about smoking hookah because I know it touches a lot of people in the Middle Eastern community. I would tell you, almost everybody, Rami and I are the exceptions. Almost everybody I know enjoys hookah and smokes hookah. And I don't know how much people do know. I don't know how much we know I don't know how much we are educated on the side effects and the harmful effects of smoking hookah. There's a study that came out from the University of California, Irvine, Southern California, Irvine, that did talk about the very harmful effects of smoking hookah, particularly hookah, because people do think that the water will create a buffer between them and the harmful things that are present in the tobacco. Actually, it allows the particles to be so tiny that there is a better absorption of these particles in the lungs of the smoker. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I will also send that article to everyone in the office because I know a number of people in the office who are of Middle Eastern origin do smoke hookah in the hopes that it will get them to reconsider and think twice next time before they inhale the hundreds of harmful chemicals that are present in a hookah.
Well, you know, after about 10 years or so of smoking hookah myself, I've recently sworn it off.
So you've been smoking hookah for 10 years?
Yes. On and off. Not every day, you know, but here and there, a couple of times a year. So I've recently sworn it off.
A couple of times a year?
I've recently sworn it off myself.
Couple of times a year only?
Yes.
How were you introduced to this? This is a Middle Eastern cultural thing.
I can't believe I'm saying this on the radio, but here it goes. So I used to smoke cigarettes, right?
Yes.
And I wanted to stop.
Yes.
And it helped me stop smoking cigarettes because, you know, it's very convenient to just pull a cigarette out of a pack, right? Very simple, very easy.
Yes.
But I basically put myself in a situation where every time I wanted to smoke, I had to do the dishes, right? Because you have to take the thing apart and clean it and put it together and get the water and start up the coals. And I made it enough of a hassle that I wound up smoking a whole lot less.
How very smart. You knew yourself and you knew that it will become an inconvenience for you versus cigarettes that are very convenient, rolled out and just ready to remove from the packet.
Yeah, you get the tongs, you get the coal, you got to heat it up, you got to poke the holes, and it's enough of a hassle that my smoking went way down.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And today's show, like every Tuesday, is about bankruptcy. نحن اليوم عم نحكي عن قانون الإفلاس. قانون الإفلاس متشعب شوي. قانون الإفلاس بيحكي عن الإفلاس، بيحكي عن financial responsibility، بيحكي عن سلوك معين. أول شيء لنقدر نحاول قد ما فينا إنه نحمي حالنا لنوصل من إنه نوصل لمكان عم نفكر بالإفلاس، وإنما إذا الإفلاس هو الحل فليكن هيدا حل دستوري، هيدا حل الفيدرال جوفرمنت كونغرس عطته حق دستوري للأشخاص اللي بيعيشوا في الولايات المتحدة، وهو موجود لمساعدة الأشخاص. صحيح ما بنقدر نقدم إفلاسنا كل يومين أو كل سنتين أو كل 3 سنين، وإنما هيدا حل موجود. بنتمنى لو بنقدر نساعد كل إنسان يتحاشى التقديم على الإفلاس، بس تعرف شو رامي، حتى أوقات في ظروف خارج ما بيقولوا there are the things you can control and the things you have no control over. أوقات يمكن you have no control إنه you lost your job, you cannot afford your mortgage payment anymore, and you cannot afford your car anymore, and you cannot afford paying your credit cards. So what? فليكن هيدا القانون موجود لمساعدة هيدول الأشخاص. وأوقات it's self-imposed by us. كلنا عنا عادات سيئة. أنا أولهم. كلنا عنا عادات سيئة. كلنا عنا عادات بتأذينا قبل ما تأذي غيرنا. منحب نعمل شوبينج كتير، منحب نصرف كتير، منحب نعيش أكتر من قدرتنا إلى آخره. no judgment here كمان، يعني لربما بنقدر نتعلم. مثل ما قلنا بالسابق انه نحن عايشين بأعظم بلد بالعالم، وفي هذا الأعظم بلد بالعالم ما في financial education، ما في توعية مادية، ما في توعية financial. يعني financial يعني
مالية أو
مالية،
مادية.
توعية مالية.
نعم.
ما في توعية مالية،
ثقافة مالية،
ما في
نعم.
ثقافة
صح.
مالية لا بالمدارس ولا بالهاي سكولز ولا بالكولleges، وإنما you are expected to know how to use a credit card, to know how to handle your finances. طب how am I expected إذا ما حدا علمني؟ إذا ما حدا علمني وإذا ما عندي حدا معلم جيد رول موديل بحياتي، كيف بدي أتعلم؟ So it is no surprise إنه في كتير منا بنفشخ أكتر من قدرتنا وبنحط حالنا بمواقع we bit more than we can chew مثل ما بيقولوا بالإنجليزي. So no judgment هون. نحن أمنيتنا إنه كل إنسان بيقدر يتحاشى إنه يقدم على bankruptcy. هو الحل الأفضل. الحل الأفضل ليش؟ لأنه
يفتح صفحة جديدة باعتبار يعني.
لا عم بحكي أمنيتنا إنه يتحاشى، يعني to avoid.
بالفعل.
to avoid لأنه ساعتها الكريدت سكور ما بينزل، ساعتها ما بيكون عندك صعوبة بالأول، بدك 2-3 to rebuild your credit لتقدر تشتري تقدر تشتري بيت أقل، لتقدر تشتري سيارة أو تقسط سيارة. بيصير الكريدت كاردز تبعك الانترست ريت عليهم كتير عالي. طبعا من الأفضل إنه الإنسان يتحاشى يقدم bankruptcy. بس ليلي بيقدم bankruptcy يعني هي صفحة أفضل. ورامي إذا بتسمح، بعرف كان لازم فكر أعطيك إياها قبل، بس في سوشيال ميديا كليب المحامي مايكل بانكستين تيبتت جيدة جدا جدا جدا. إذا بتسمح نحن وعم نحكي ببعت لك إياها، لأنه لحتقول لك عن راحة البال للشخص اللي مضطر يقدم البانكربسي. شو راحة البال اللي بتصير معه لأنه قدم بانكربسي وما يعني ما بقى يعطى الهم مين عم بيتصل فيه، مين بده يقدم دعوة ضده وإلى آخره. رامي بعثت لك إياها on واتساب، لربما بنقدر نحطها بطريقة سريعة. Attorney Michael Bankstein, I just got the idea. I wish I thought about it earlier. About a couple of weeks ago on our social media and other social media outlets, we did put a very powerful, what I believe to be a very powerful clip. that you إذا بتحب فيني أبعت لك إياها إيميل رامي.
Oh yeah, what happens if you take 20 or 30 years to pay off the credit card debt? Yeah, that's very powerful, very powerful.
ما وصلت
صورة
لك. هيدي صورة. بعتذر معلش bear with me. Very sorry about that. Go ahead, Mike. We're doing this so
Well, yeah, I was just recounting, that discussion that we had a couple of weeks ago about if you make the minimum payments and if you pay over 20 years or 25, 30, 35 years, you wind up paying just an enormous amount of interest. And I think a lot of people don't pay enough towards their credit card debts when they're trying to pay it off. If you just make the minimum payments, it could take you 30 years or more to pay off even a relatively small principal balance.
Indeed, and you also talked about in that clip that we hope to be able to listen to soon. You talked about, and I don't want you to give it away because I want people to hear it, but the piece that comes with filing bankruptcy. Rami, if you'd be so kind to check your WhatsApp, we send it again, and maybe, we're impromptu devising here as we go.
I won't give it away, but I know exactly which clip you're talking about.
Do not give it away, but it illustrates the point of gaining peace of mind. It's like, what did you say when people sit in the chair and they tell you, like, after you tell them, it's like this whole load that's off. And again, we're not encouraging people to file bankruptcy. We want this program to expand beyond bankruptcy to financial education, where we're teaching one another first and foremost. I first needing to hear that. There is a saying in English that says, it is in teaching that we learn. And it is in teaching that we learn. And we want to start with financial education, financial literacy. That's what they call it, financial literacy. That's one. And then we want to talk about what resources there may be before filing bankruptcy, credit counseling, debt renegotiation, and then bankruptcy if all else failed and there is no other option. Rami, we are ready.
Hi, I'm Michael Bankstein. managing attorney of the bankruptcy department at the law offices of Joumana Kayrouz. When your phone rings and you don't recognize the number, wouldn't you like to be able to just pick it up? Come talk to me at the 1000 Town Center in Southfield. We'll put a plan of action together. I can help you get there. Give us a call today at 866-YOUR-RIGHTS.
Tony Michael Bankstein, brilliant, profound, very sincere, and on point.
Thank you. You know
One
where I
of
get
the
my best material?
Yeah.
I get my best material
From people who call us.
from people who call us, from people I've met with. I have helped thousands of people through this very situation, and sometimes it's bankruptcy, sometimes it's not. But I really do get my best material from the people that I've counseled over the last 12 years.
So why is it, Michael, that you put in this clip, you chose to put, hi, wouldn't you love it if you can pick up your phone whenever you want, even if you don't recognize the call? What is this about?
Well, it's this peace of mind. It's like people who are thinking of filing for bankruptcy or debt negotiation or what have you, some kind of financial distress. They usually have been fighting this battle on their own for 2, 3, 4 years before they finally got to the point where they couldn't swim another stroke and they needed to call somebody up. So there's things that happen to you when you're completely surrounded by your creditors, calling you, writing you, suing you, garnishing you. There becomes like this sort of fortress mentality a little bit, this tendency to assume the worst. Those
unknown numbers that call you all the time,
exactly,
because
yeah,
they're chasing you for a payment.
It's not unusual for a person to just stop answering their phone. Quite often, someone's voicemail box is full because they haven't listened to their voicemail messages in 2 months. That's totally normal.
Because they know some of those messages are from creditors who are calling them, chasing them, wanting to collect.
You stop answering the door because it might be a process server. There's all sorts of things that happen to you under this intense, unrelenting pressure for 2, 3, 4 years, just surrounded by people.
And that's the psychology that we've talked about time and again in the past, surrounding people who think or know or suspect that they may need to file bankruptcy. They prolong it. And by prolonging it, they're hemorrhaging, they're suffering, they don't have answers to their questions, they see the problem and they feel they are knee deep in it. And by not consulting with a bankruptcy attorney and considering whether bankruptcy is the right choice, sometimes they're surprised because the answers aren't so bad, or there may be a solution other than bankruptcy, or bankruptcy is not the end of the world. That's what it's here for, to give people a new start. We said President Donald Trump, filed bankruptcy 4 times. Walt Disney, the founder of Disney World, filed bankruptcy 7 times.
City of Detroit's revival. How did they get revived? They dumped all the bad debt with in a bankruptcy so that now they can turn the lights on and hire more police officers and make an environment more conducive to outside
Fresh
investment.
start, smarter decisions, more prudent thinking. The city of Detroit has the largest municipal bankruptcy. I don't know if it still has, but it was the largest municipal bankruptcy in the history of the United States.
That's true.
Right. So it provides a fresh start. And, talking to an attorney, whether it's our law firm or anybody else, this isn't an infomercial. This isn't about call us, come to us. Go to whoever you want. And I am sure that all the consultations are free. And you will sit down and you will put, no holds back. You'll put your entire situation on the table and let that lawyer answer your questions. You've got to feel a lot better 99 times out of 100 having walked out of that law office, having answers to your questions and having more clarity than when you walked in.
That's so true.
I don't care which law firm that is. As long as it's a competent bankruptcy firm or competent bankruptcy attorney who has experience, who's done this for a little while at least, then you really should take advantage, because you may be creating a monster in your head, and the monster may not be as big as you made it out to be.
That's so true, Joumana. You know, it's better to know than to not know. I've seen some really heartbreaking situations where somebody probably should have filed for bankruptcy 5 or 6 years ago, wind up getting a home equity line of credit to pay off their credit cards, but now you've taken unsecured debt, you've securitized it, you tied it into your house, now you're getting behind on that payment, now you might lose your home, draining out 401ks. I've seen all sorts of things. I've seen everything you can think.
Absolutely. And in the past, we did say about don't ever, 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 ever take money out of your mortgage to pay your credit cards. Your mortgage is secured. That means you stand to lose it if you cannot pay on it. But your credit card debt is unsecured, meaning the worst they can do is sue you. You can file bankruptcy and they are gone. They never used anything as collateral. يعني قلناها هيدي بالماضي وبنرجع منرددها. رجاء من أي ما حدا أبدا 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 يستعمل مصاري من المورجج تبع البيت لياخد a second line of credit or a line of credit ليدفع الكريدت كاردز. It's a bad idea. من 3-4 أسابيع، وعلى فكرة رامي كنت عم بتطلع على اليوتيوب channel تبعنا، صار عنا تقريبا 260 فيديو موجودين لأي شخص، 245 بعتذر، لأي شخص. هدول بس الفيديوز تبع البرامج هون. في كتير اشياء غيرها، بس جومانا كيروز يوتيوب channel وصار فيها 303 سبسكرايبرز، which is very good، لأنه بالجالية بعرف بيحبوا يتسمعوا وما بيحبوا يروحوا كتير يوتيوب، يحضروا يمكن برامج على يوتيوب، بس يحضروا ليجل شو على يوتيوب شوي صعب، شوي مش هين عليهم، شوي ما بيحسوا بهذا الشعور. بيحبوا يتسمعوا لايف، أو بيحبوا يشوفوا لايف أكتر من بيحبوا يروحوا ل library أو archive موجود فيها. بس في 300 شخص على الأقل they think otherwise، ولربما يا رب إنه أي موضوع بأي حلقة من أي شيء محطوط غير حياة إنسان أو أكتر من إنسان. يعني هيدي أكتر بركة مما بنستاهل. So في حلقة سابقة من تقريبا 2 أسبوعين أو 3 حكينا عن الاختصاصية سوزي أورمان SUZE، قالت absolutely never تستعمل مصاري من قلب البيت تبعك لحتى تدفع الكريدت كارد. ليش؟ في سبب منطقي، لأنه البيت is secured. يعني البنك ما بتعطي مصاري، ما بتسلف مصاري على بيت إلا إذا حاطة التايتل تبع البيت باسمها. يعني للإنسان اللي بده ياخد مصاري من قلب البيت ولربما يقدر يدفعها، ممكن اللي بيواجهه ممكن يواجه انه يخسر بيته، وانما اللي ما بيدفع الكريدت كارد تبعه ما رح يخسر ولا بيته ولا سيارته ولا شغله. الماكسيموم انه بيتعرض لإقامة دعوة، الماكسيموم انه بيكون في judgment يعني امر للدفع ضده، وهذا الانسان بيقدر يقدم bankruptcy. وللانسان اللي ما في يقدم bankruptcy لانه اخر مرة قدم bankruptcy من اقل من 8 سنوات، بيقدر يعمل payment plan. البيمنت بلان بيكون بعد افضل بكتير من انه هذا الشخص يخسر بيته او هذا الشخص يخسر سيارته. يعني من الضروري جدا انه اي انسان عنده كريدت كارد ديت ما يفكر بتاتا يشيل مصاري من اللاين اوف اكويتي ليدفع الكريدت كارد، لانه الدين البيت هو سكيورد، يعني اللي بيعجز عن الدفع بيخسر بيته، بس الدين تبع الكريدت كارد هو منه سكيورد، يعني اللي بيعجز عن الدفع للكريدت كارد ولا رح يخسر بيته ولا رح يخسر صحته ولا رح يخسر سيارته ولا رح يخسر شغله. ماكسيموم بيتعرض لدعوة، بيصير في أمر ضده. إذا بيقدر يقدم بانكراسي بيقدر، إذا ما بيقدر بيدفع بالشهر اللي بيقدر عليه، بيفرج القاضي شو مصاريفه بالشهر، شو بيبقاله بالشهر، والقاضي بيقرر قد ايه بيدفع كل شهر. هيدي نصيحة كتير 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 مهمة. Translating in Arabic, this very important point. Don't ever take money out of your line of credit, your home equity, excuse me, whether it's a second line of credit, first line of credit, whatever it is, out of your home to pay off your credit card. Because if you end up unable to repay that line of credit, your bank is going to, you will find yourself without a house. Your bank will take your house. But if you find yourself unable to pay your credit card, you will not lose your house. The credit card company doesn't have that power. You will not lose your car. The credit card company did not secure the debt with your car. You will not lose your job. You will not lose your health. At most, you will be sued. At most, there will be a judgment against you. At most, you can file bankruptcy. If you haven't filed bankruptcy in about 8 years, correct?
That's correct. You can only file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy every 8 years.
Right. And if you've already filed bankruptcy so that you cannot file again, what is the worst? You go before the judge, you say, Your Honor, these are my expenses every month, and this is how much I have left every month. So the judge will order you to pay back that credit card within what's left for you. And yes, there will be interest, but better than losing your house, better than losing your car. You need your car for a job and so forth.
Motion for installment payments.
Motion
Exactly.
for installment payments. Yes, thank you. Last week, Attorney Michael Bankstein, we did talk, by the way, can we remind the listeners that about the annual creditreport.com? Can you tell them what that is?
Sure, I'd be happy to, Joumana. You can pull your credit report once per year for free from each one of the 3 major credit reporting agencies, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, at annualcreditreport.com.
And why do we need to give advice to people to do that?
You know, you periodically have your car looked at. You periodically inspect the gutters. There's a lot of things in your life that you check on. For some reason, this really big, important thing, your financial life, many times people don't check on it to sort of make sure everything's going fine and to arrest the development of some unfavorable thing, you know, sooner rather than later. Simply by either pulling all of the reports at the same time once a year, or you could even stagger it, you know, pull a report every 3 months or something like that, so that you are just kind of keeping track.
Free.
Yeah, the score is not free, but the report itself is free.
Correct. If you want to order the score with the report, you pay an extra $5-6. So annualcreditreport.com هو ويب سايت بيقدر كل إنسان يروح عليه، كل مستهلك بالولايات المتحدة يروح عليه لحتى يحصل على الكريدت ريبورت، مش الكريدت سكور، الكريدت ريبورت اللي هو صفحات وصفحات 15-17 صفحة. آخر مرة طلعت على تبعي لحتى يشوف شو المعلومات. ليه بيهمنا نشوف؟ لأنه صدق أو لا تصدق، ليه فكرك القانون، ليه فكرك كونغرس طلعت هيدا القانون إنه كل مستهلك بالولايات المتحدة بحق له يحصل على الكريدت ريبورت تبعه كل سنة مجانيا؟ لأنه كونغرس عارفة إنه اكيفاكس واكسبيريان وترانسيونيون عاجزين تو كيب اب مع المعلومات الموجودة. المعلومات الموجودة مش كلها أول شيء يمكن بتخصك، صدق أو لا تصدق، يمكن تكون ما بتخصك، يمكن تكون غلط، يمكن يكون مرق عليها الوقت. أي معلومات عمرها أكثر من 7 سنين وهي adverse to you، يعني هي مش لصالحك بس هي عم بتأثر بطريقة أو بأخرى على الكريدت سكور تبعك، لازم تطلعها. فأوقات ما بيعملوا شغلهم مثل ما لازم، اكيفاكس، اكسبيريان وترانسيونيون، فبيطلبوا مثل كونغرس عم بقول help us so that we can help you. فعم يطلبوا من المستهلكين to look at that credit report to make sure the information is accurate, to make sure the information is not stale, is not old. Any information older than 7 years, especially if it's negative, why would you want it to stay on your credit report? إذا إشي غلط you can dispute it وعندهم 60 days ليعطوك الجواب وإلى آخره. So importance of filing the credit report, of obtaining more than once a year your annual credit report, because there is information there that is older than 7 years, that is sitting there, that is not in your favor. You can ask for it to be removed. It should be automatically removed, but it doesn't always. Secondly, sometimes they enter the information of other people who are not you on your credit report. Correct?
Exactly. If you wouldn't go a year without changing the oil in your car, why would you go another year without pulling up a credit report which is free for you to look at?
Thank you. And moving on, we had a widow call our office not too long ago. And this question is about rebuilding your credit. Rebuilding your credit or building your credit. And we're talking about people who are emerging out of bankruptcy or people who are new in this country. And by the way, can green card holders file bankruptcy?
You can. In fact, I wrote an article on bankruptcy and immigration status. If you're
So before we talk about this widow, can we talk about that then?
We sure can. Yeah, if you're here legally in the country, if you're on a legal status, you do have the ability to file for bankruptcy. There's some questions that I frequently get asked about how bankruptcy interacts with immigration status.
And that is, again, because of all the calls and all the clients who come and visit us and ask us these questions, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. So if you're a legal resident of the United States, you can file for
So
bankruptcy.
let's clarify what a legal resident is. That means you are a U.S. citizen.
You're
or
a
a
U.S.
green
citizen,
card
you got a
holder?
green card, you have some legal status to be here.
Legal status.
That's correct.
Okay.
So in the immigration process, you must demonstrate good moral...
Can I interrupt for a minute?
Sure.
People who are on non-immigrant visas have legal status. But they are, say, French citizen who is on a non-immigrant visa.
Are you talking about someone who's like on a tourist visa or
Not
something
a
like
tourist
that?
visa, it can be a work visa, it can be an investor visa, it can be a refugee or an asylee. They are all legally here.
What I would say for something like that is I've mostly encountered it someone's either a citizen or they're a green card with an intent to remain here indefinitely.
Okay. Would you be so kind for next time to find for us the legal authority for that so that we can identify who can file bankruptcy in the United States in addition to, if at all, in addition to green card holders and United States citizens?
I sure will.
Thank you very much. Continue, please.
Sure. So in the immigration process, you must demonstrate good moral character in order to become a United States citizen or a permanent resident. So
Correct.
filing for bankruptcy itself is not considered a lack of good moral character. Filing for bankruptcy is not a
So
crime.
let's stop on that for a minute. That's for everybody, right? That's part of the psychology of filing for bankruptcy. People who file for bankruptcy, that's not an admission that they don't have a good moral character, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. ليقدم الإنسان bankruptcy هيدا ما بيعني إنه هو إنسان سيء أو هو إنسان ما عنده good moral character، ما عنده الأخلاق، منه خلوق. القانون ما بيقول هيك. القانون ما بيقول إنه filing bankruptcy equals إنسان غير خلوق، إنسان does not have the moral character. يعني moral character يعني الأخلاق،
سلوك أخلاقي،
السلوك الإنساني، السلوك الأخلاقي.
نعم.
نقطة كتير مهمة. قانونيا immigration ما بتعني bankruptcy ما بتعني إنه هذا الإنسان does not possess good moral character. So in immigration مطلوب يكون عنده الإنسان good moral character. لكن الإنسان اللي عنده immigration situation like a green card holder إذا قدم bankruptcy ما معناتها ما عنده good moral character. يعني ما يفكر أي إنسان إنه هو على جرين كارد وبعده ناطر لحتى يصير American citizen إنه إذا قدم bankruptcy تعتبر بعيون الإيميجريشن كورت أو بعيون USCIS وقت اللي بده يجي الوقت لحتى يقدم على السيتيزنشيب إنه هو ما عنده good moral character. مش مثل لا سمح الله هيدا الأشياء اللي حكينا عنها قبل، الجنحة والجناية، السرقة، ريتيل فراد، هيدول بيعنوا قانونيا، مش نحن كإنسان قانونيا بيعنوا إنه الإنسان ما عنده good moral character. بس الإنسان اللي عنده جرين كارد وقدم على immigration هذا ما بيعني قانونيا بعيون USCIS وقت اللي بيسألوه الأسئلة وبعيون بالابليكيشن اللي بده يقدمها لحتى يصير American citizen does not equal. هيدا ما بيعني إنه ما عنده good moral character. Yes, Michael.
So filing for bankruptcy is not a crime, and doing so is not cause for denying your immigration petition. Now, the commission of a bankruptcy crime could expose you to a charge of bad moral character. In bankruptcy, you have to tell the court about everything you own and everyone you owe money to. You have to disclose the amount of income you earn and accurately describe your regular monthly expenses.
So that is part of the application that SamSafe talks about all the time, the importance of filing the application to become a United States citizen, the importance of disclosing everything, the importance of not hiding, the importance of writing other paragraphs to answer a certain question when the answer is not a yes, yes, or a no, no. the importance of being transparent, because if you're not, now you will be accused of trying to hide, which is fraud.
That's correct. And here's two examples of something which is a bankruptcy crime, which could be interpreted as bad moral character by your immigration case agent: testifying falsely at a bankruptcy proceeding, or failing to disclose information.
So let's slow down for a minute. Testifying falsely at your own bankruptcy proceedings, for example.
That's correct.
Okay. That would be now, so it's not the bankruptcy itself, it's the fact that you testified falsely.
That's correct.
Okay. So هيدي شغلة كتير 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 مهمة. رامي، للأشخاص اللي بيقدموا بانكربسي وهن بعضهم جرين كارد هولدرز، من الضروري جدا انه ما يشهدوا بالزور. اذا شهدوا بالزور وهن عم يمشوا بالبانكربسي واثبت هالشي عليهم، هلا صارت an immigration crime، هلا صارت a crime of bad moral character، هلا صارت تمنعهم انه يحصلوا على الجنسية تبعهم. So testifying falsely at your own bankruptcy proceedings. What else?
Failing to disclose information.
Okay. كمان للبانكربسي تراستي، وقت اللي بيقدم الإنسان بانكربسي لازم يكون في شفافية 100%. ما فينا نعلن عن هدول ونخبي هول، لأنه ممكن هيدي صارت تستعمل ضد هذا الشخص كاحتيال بالإيميغريشن proceedings.
So my advice to everybody, whether they're in the immigration process or not, is tell it like it is. Don't avoid telling me what's going on because you're worried about how the situation looks or how it sounds. Tell it like it is. I'll walk you through your options and tell you how to avoid trouble.
Thank you. Very well said, Attorney Michael Bankstein. I want to remind the listeners that like every Tuesday, we have an hour discussing bankruptcy matters, موضوع الإفلاس. If anyone would like to call, I know a lot of people don't like to call on this show, 313, because they don't want to be recognized, perhaps, and we respect and understand that. The key is just to have our finger on the pulse of what people want to hear. And Rami, the best way we can do that is by keeping our fingers on the pulse of the questions that people ask us. The questions that people ask us, this is especially when we see that is the same question again and again, then we know it's something that people can use learning about, and we can talk about it on the air. But at any rate, the numbers to call are 313-769-6666, and from Windsor, 519-256-1023. And one of the questions that we started talking about last week, and I started talking about a minute ago, should matter to everybody listening who wants to increase their credit score, who is reemerging from bankruptcy, or knowing that at some point they're going to be discharged and they need to rebuild their credit, or people who are new to this country and they don't have a credit yet and they want to start building their credit. So this answer or this scenario doesn't just apply to this lady, it applies to people who file bankruptcy and want to now emerge from bankruptcy. It also applies to people who are new in this country. And this lady, who was a recent widow, she has a house that she's renting and she wants to open a credit card, but her credit score is very low. So she asked about how can she improve her score. How can she improve her score? So this lady, for one reason or another, her credit score is low. Maybe because she was in bankruptcy, I don't know. Maybe because poor financial management, don't know. Maybe because she lost a job, don't know. We know she is a widow. She may be older. She may not be able to find a job and work at a job. But her question is, how can I improve my credit score? And this is where, and go ahead.
She may want to consider getting what's known as a secured credit card.
Okay.
That's where you've paid a deposit. There's some funds on hand. It's kind of your money, but it is positively reported on your credit report.
Well, let's say something here, because when I looked at secured credit cards, not all secured credit cards report to the three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So السؤال هو سيدي لسبب أو لآخر الكريدت سكور تبعها كتير واطي، بدها تحسن الكريدت سكور تبعها. شو بتعمل؟ ما عندها كريدت كارد. بدها تفتح كريدت كارد بس ما عندها، شو بدها تعمل؟ it's like the chicken and the egg. الكريدت سكور تبعها واطي وبدها تفتح كريدت كارد. حتى تعلي الكريدت سكور تبعها، نصيحة المحامي مايكل بانكستين انه تفتح شيء اسمه secured credit card. secured credit card يعني شوي مثل ديبت كارد رامي. هيدا احسن طريقه اولى. ديبت كارد يعني اذا انت عندك ديبت كارد، اذا عندك $1000 بالبنك اكاونت يعني فيك تسحب لحد $1000. السكيورد كريدت كارد ذات الشيء. بتروح هيدي سيدة على البنك بتسالهم اذا عندكم شيء اسمه مش ديبت كارد، شيء اسمه سكيورد كريدت كارد. ليه سكيورد؟ سكيورد لانه it's secured by her money والديبت كارد is secured by the money. يعني انت فيك تسحب لحد $1000 اذا عندك ديبت كارد. زيت الشيء بالسكيورد، بس الفرق انه بديبت كارد ما بيعملوا ريبورتينج للثلاثه كريدت بيروز. سكيورد كريدت كارد وخليها تتاكد انه البنك تبعها بدهم يفتحوا لها النوع السكيورد كريدت كارد اللي they report to the credit bureaus. report to the credit bureaus. سو اول شيء بتفتحها ان شاء الله بتحط فيها في سكيورد كريدت كارد طلعت عليها اذا ماني غلطانه من كابيتال 1 ماستر كارد، فيك تحط a deposit as low as $49. يعني بتفتحها لانه هي غايتها رامي، هي غايتها شغله وحده، تعلي الكريدت سكور. هي she does not want the credit card لتصرف، هي بدها تعلي الكريدت سكور. هيدي غايتها الوحيده. يعني طبعا secured credit card هي منها كريدت كارد فيك تصرف عليها لان هي مصرياتك. شو هالسخافه تحط مصرياتك لتصرف مصرياتك؟ نو. غايتها للسكيورد كريدت كارد اذا كانت they report to the 3 credit bureau انه بتفرجي the credit bureau انه ملتزمه، بتدفع on time، ما بتستعمل اكثر من 30 ل 40% من الموجود. يعني انت الديبت كارد تبعك اذا عندك ديبت كارد عليها $1000 انسحبت $1 او $1000 ما رح they're not going to compensate you or punish you. لا رح تتعاقب ولا رح تجازى على هالعمل الجيد. بس اذا كانت secured credit card وسحبت فقط عليها $100 ساعتها بتتجازى لانه الكريدت سكور تبعك بيضل يعلى ويعلى ويعلى. ليه؟ لأنه كقاعدة عامة إن كانت secured credit card إن كانت credit card I don't care not a debit card. أي credit card ما لازم الإنسان لحتى يضل الكريدت سكور تبعه جيد ما لازم يحط أكتر من ماكسيموم 30 ل 40%. يعني إذا عندي أنا $10,000 كريدت كارد لازم أحط براسي عندي $4,000 كريدت كارد. إذا عندي $20,000 كريدت كارد أحط براسي ما أصرف أكتر من $7,000-8,000. ليه؟ صحيح بقدر أصرف لحد 20,000 no problem، بقدر أصرف لحد 20، ما هي عطيني إياها لحد 20، بس شو بيصير بالكريدت سكور تبعي؟ بينزل الكريدت سكور. سو ذات الشيء للسكيور كريدت كارد. نمبر 1 بتروح هيدي السيدة الودو بتروح على البنك بتسأل إذا عندهم سكيور كريدت كارد. نمبر 2 قبل ما تفتحها تتأكد إنه هي سكيورد كريدت كارد ذات ريبورت، يعني بتعطي ريبورت كل شهر لأكيفاكس إكسيونيون وترانسيونيون. إذا ما عندهم هيدا الريبورتينج هيدي is the wrong secured credit card. ليه؟ لأنه نحن غايتنا نعلي السكور. إذا هن ما رح يبلغوا الثلاثة كريدت بيرو ما رح يعلى السكور. تاني شغلة في secured credit cards فيك تحط فيهم كتير قليل، في منهم بتحط فيهم شوي أكتر. I looked online Capital One secured mastercard فيك تحط عليها لحد $49. بس خلي كل إنسان يعرف شغلة كمان، فرق تاني بين الديبت كارد والسكيورد كريدت كارد اللي هي مثل أني كريدت كارد. مش بس you have to pay it on time، مش بس نصيحة كل الخبراء اللي بيحكوا about financial education بيقولوا ما تدفع أكتر من ما تستعمل أكتر من 30 ل 40%. وشغلة كتير 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 مهمة يعرفوا إنه السكيورد كريدت كاردز هن مثل كريدت كاردز they have an interest rate وهن عندهم high interest rate، هن عندهم interest rate أكتر من غيرهم. يعني نحن هيدا السلوك إنه نفتح السكيورد كريدت كارد هي مش لغاية نصرف عليها، ما هي مصرياتنا أصلا، هي لغاية إنه نفرجي الكريدت بيروز إنه نحن إنسان يقدر يتكل عليه، نلتزم بالدفع on time، ما بنصرف أكتر من 30. هلا تقدر الست تفتح $1000 تحط عليها $1000 بس ما عم بتعجل طلوع الكريدت سكور، عم بتخليه يطلع شوي شوي. إذا بدها تعطيه the best chance ever اللي بيفتح secured credit card بيتأكد إنه البنك reports that credit card to the bureaus، بتدفعها in full كل شهر، بتدفعها on time كل شهر، وما بتستعمل أقل من 30% عليها. يعني اللي بيفتح secure credit card $1000 if it's due on the 31st بيدفعوها on the 30 ما بيحطوا عليها أكتر من $300 وبيدفعوا $300 كلها.
تعميل آخر إنه يبنون الثقة مرة ثانية ما بين الكاستمر
الثقة مرة ثانية أو الثقة للمرة الأولى ليلي جايين من أو الأطفال أو الأطفال اللي بعد ما عمرهم 18 سنة لأنه if you are younger than 18 years of age you cannot open a credit card. So
I've found that utilities are often an overlooked part of the strategy to increasing your credit score. She's a widow, so it would be a really good idea for her to make sure that the utilities are put in her name. A lot of people realize that, you know, if you're late on DTE, for example, DTE will negatively report you. But if the bill's in your name simply by paying the DTE bill on time, DTE positively reports that. So especially in light of the fact that she's a widow.
Okay, so what you are saying is make sure, in addition to worrying about opening that secured credit card,
make sure the utilities are also in her name. They may not be if they were in her, you know, her
deceased husband's name. Okay, that's wonderful advice. So عيوننا على secured credit card بس ما أخذت بعين الاعتبار انه خسرت زوجها ويمكن عم يجوا البلات لعندها بالبيت باسم جوزها او باسمها وباسم جوزها. اذا كان باسم زوجها شيء بس اذا كان باسمها او اسمها واسم زوجها شيء تاني. ما تفكر بس تسلط الاضواء على السكيورد كريدت كارد وتعمل كل شيء صح وتنسى او يغفل فكرة عن DTE وكومكاست وكونسيومرز وإلى آخره لأن هيدول من الشركات اللي they report اللي بيتأخر they report واللي بيدفع on time they also report كل شهر they report. So ضروري جدا إنه مش تغفل عن شيء لأنه عم بتسلط على شيء اسمه secured credit card. وفي شغلة تاني هيدول السكيورد كريدت كارد في عليهم annual fee كمان. يعني هيدول استعمالهم لمكان واحد هو مش لنحط مصاري لأنه المصاري من جيبتنا هي لنبني الثقة مثل ما قلت في عليها تكاليف بس هي حل جيد جدا لحتى نرجع نعلي الكريدت سكور تبعنا. مثلا إذا كان عندنا بيمنات ليت وبدنا نعليها أو شخص بده يعمل مورجج على بيته عم بتقله المورجج كومباني increase your credit score you will get a better loan with better terms. أو إنسان قدم bankruptcy and is emerging on bankruptcy أو إنسان إجا جديد على الولايات المتحدة وبده يفرجي إنه هو إنسان حد موضع الثقة أو
صح
بيستاهل
محل ثقة
محل موضع
أو موضع ثقة بالفعل بالحالتين هي صحيحة. طيب ايش قد تأخذ وقت يعني إنه شخص حتى يبني الكريدت سكور من الصفر إنه حتى يوصل إلى رقم يعني إنه في ممكن يأخذ قرض أو يشتري سيارة أو يشتري بيت؟
لا ياخذ قرض. أول شيء في عندك كريدت كاردز ومن بعد الكريدت كاردز يعني لحتى تبني الثقة لتحصل على كريدت كارد شيء ولا تبني الثقة لتحصل على سيارة شيء ولا تبني الثقة لحتى تاخد بيت شيء تاني. طبعا last time I looked at it للأشخاص الجايين جديد على الولايات المتحدة بدهم لا أقل من سنة يشتغلوا على secured credit card لحتى يبلشوا يبنوا ثقة. مش so much ليحصلوا على credit cards لأنه تغيرت الموجة مع الكريدت كاردز. بيحبوا العالم كتير الكريدت كاردز حتى بالأخص اللي طالعين من البانكربسي بس حتى التلميذ. إذا قلت لك إنه مرة إجا كريدت كارد باسم الكلب تبعي بتصدق؟
واو.
كريدت كارد اوفر باسم الكلب تبعي بيير كيروز بتصدق؟
واو.
Did I ever tell you that I once got an offer? That's how ruthless credit card companies are. He was asking for those who are new in this country, how long will it take people who are new to this country to start improving their credit score to where it's noticeable where they can open a credit card, when they can get a car, when they can get a home. And I said it differs. To get a credit card is a lot easier and fast. It takes no less than a year though because you're new to this country. To get a car is longer and feel free to add. And to get a house, that's the hardest.
It can take a while. I mean, particularly even if someone's lived here all their life. I mean, they look at where you've worked for the last couple of years. It's really significant what's happened on your credit report for, you know, at least the 4 years previous to getting a mortgage. So it can take a little while.
And I was adding that credit card companies are really ruthless. They have very little to lose, you know?
Oh, yeah, and pretty much how long it takes when you first come to this country to get a credit card is pretty much how long it takes for them to figure out you're here and to get an address to send you an application.
How about if I told you when I was a student at Yale, and I graduated in 1992, I used to see them on campus, these credit card companies throwing offers in the faces of students, and a lot of these students were under the age of 18, correct?
Yeah, it's very
ruthless.
common to see them, rush week.
Although
and
it
first
is
week of the
illegal,
school.
because if you are under age 18, you are not competent to enter into a contract, and that's kind of a
Oh,
contract.
I got to throw something in here. I've been saving this up for probably 12 years.
Okay.
In every one of those credit card applications, you're saying that you represent that you're at least 18 years old. So without getting too technical, even though a contract entered into with a minor is voidable at the option of the minor, the age for tort, for misrepresentation, is younger. So if you say you're 18 and it turns out you're not, they could sue you for fraud.
Wow.
Okay, but that's not the debt.
It's not the debt. It's not the debt.
So
but
if the student incurred $10,000, they may not get that, but they may sue the child or the under than age 18 for fraud, for misrepresenting that she or he is 18.
for the damages. So it may be that they get their money under a different theory.
What are the damages for fraud?
Well, the problem is, but for you saying you were 18, they wouldn't have given you a credit card.
So maybe the whole amount.
Potentially.
Okay. Well, I was also saying that credit card companies are so ruthless. I once got an offer in the mail, a credit card. This is a true story. A credit card, these credit card offers in the mail in the name of Pierre Kayrouz. And who is Pierre?
Arguably one of your
Pierre? Tell them who's Pierre.
that is one of your adorable dogs.
Yes, one of my French bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what does that tell you? They are ruthless. They make their money. They take their chances, and they know most people do not pay their credit cards. Let's also remind people that in order for you to be the bad client, like your uncle, what's his name?
My Uncle Glenn.
Your Uncle Glenn was bad news for his credit card company. He never let them make one penny because when it was due, he paid it in full, thus never triggering that interest rate.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's ever paid any interest.
But credit card companies do know that the greatest majority of consumers are not like your Uncle Glenn. If they were like your Uncle Glenn, they would fold and close shop.
Yeah, the best advice, and I know it's easier said than done, is
Understood.
use credit cards for convenience, not for credit.
This is about financial literacy, so that when we, as best as we know it, because we need that, I need that more than just as much as anybody else, if not more. So all we're saying is be mindful of the unintended consequences of what you are doing. You are free to do whatever you want, but there are natural laws that are going to follow. You do what you want. It's called free will, especially when you become an adult, and as long as it's not illegal or unethical. But they say to every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. I would say, like in real life, whatever you do, you're free to do. Just understand there are natural laws that mandate that there will be a consequence to your action, good or bad. And here we're saying the same thing about people using credit cards, as long as they're mindful that if they do not pay it in full, even if they leave $1, then that triggers the interest rate. And then we talked about the concept, and we're going to talk about it again and again and again. In a previous show, maybe about 3 weeks ago, we did a whole show on what's called compound interest, how credit card companies make their money, how a $500 debt on your credit card can become thousands and thousands of dollars, how a $10,000 took 37 or 31 years for someone, 37 years for someone to pay it back at the minimum payment. But we're going to talk about that and again and again. Suffice it for me to just say or remind the listeners that in order for you to be an Uncle Glenn, if you pay your credit card in full when it's due, then they can never charge you interest and then charge you interest on the interest and then interest on the interest on the interest. And by month 12, it's interest on the interest, and so forth and so on. The only way not to trigger the interest is to pay it in full and, of course, on time or ahead of time. Correct?
That's right. If you pay it on time, they can't charge you interest. That's what they've agreed
and
to.
there are a lot of very smart business people, businesswomen and businessmen who legally do this. They use other people's credit, in this case, credit card companies. So they open a credit card. They have platinum 100,000 during a cycle. And every cycle different. Maybe mine is on the 20th of the month because I open on the 19th of the month. Maybe yours is on the 31st of the month. But they know their cycle, meaning by the time by which the cycle closes and they have to pay it. They use that money. They have $100,000 on the credit. They use it during those 30 days, interest free, but then they pay it on the last day or before that. That's a very smart way to use credit cards.
شكرا جمانة على هذه المعلومات. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much, Rami. Thank you, Joumana.
Thank you very much, Rami. Thank you, Attorney Michael Bankstein. وشكرا لكل المستمعين.
تحياتنا لكم مستمعينا. في رعاية الله. إلى اللقاء.